into a preset, and then you have to restart the game, and then there's the preset that has the thing you save. And unfortunately, it isn't capturing all of the changes that I was making to units. So I had to do it over and over and over and over. That was a pain. So that's done. There are a couple that are wrong, and I'm starting an errata, and then I will be able to go in and fix it in a dot release, just because I can't catch them all. It's one person, and I go through and I find stuff and I find stuff and I find stuff, and then I stop finding it and I go, yeah, it's finally good, and then somebody else picks it up because I found this and this and this. So right, but that's okay. It's usable now. What's different is the timing on the rollovers. So my rollover is happening pretty quickly, and yours is still slower. I think yours is about half a second slower than mine. So I think I speeded it up a little bit. Yep. Well, I lengthened it a little bit because there's so much information popping up. I kind of didn't want it to be happening all the time. So I think I set it at 1.4 seconds and I think that was what you thought was too much. And I think it's now down around 900 milliseconds. So just under a second. Yeah, it's going to be better. I don't know if which is what you want, but I want to avoid this thing where you're sitting here talking like you and I do, and you got your cursor over something, and all of a sudden it starts popping up. It's just too much pop up, too much popping. That's gone. That's gone too. In the Quattro Bra module, I added one thing though. When you do a mouse over, and now here in Kulm it says increments lost, but I've changed it to be increments lost of the original number. So if you had like 8 here, I'm looking at one that says 812. So now it would say increments lost 2 of 12 or 2 of 8 or whatever. That way you can figure things out if you want to in your head, even though the calculations are done for you. It gives you some more context and doesn't add much space. But people seem to like it. I've gotten a lot of thumbs up on the different forums I put it on, and a whole bunch of people think that was awesome. Yep, the old malice. I think it is 120. No, I don't think I did get that. Yep, I don't think I did. Well, it does work with the Control F. I didn't mess with a lot of the stuff that came to me from the developer. I added a bunch of. Were you in a? The guns were prolonging. I don't honestly think I want to charge a square right now. Yeah. Yep. Nice shooting, sir. That's probably something in you and OBS. I don't know that I can help out. Thank you, Grim.
Test, test. Okay, I think I've got something here now. At least I'm seeing stuff moving, which is good, but what's happened to the image? Oh, there we go. Now we're back. All right.
Ready?
I think so. Everybody out there in YouTube land, can you hear me? Yep.
Not
Okay.
or raise your hand.
Yes. Yeah. Well, fortunately, people can write in the
Yes.
comment section. Otherwise, sometimes when we have these sort of technical things at 6 o'clock in the
You never
morning.
know.
Yeah. Yeah. And I
The
think
first
it's,
technical error is not having coffee.
well, I have my cup of tea. So at least that's working.
I'm on
So,
tea today.
yeah. I'll take a shot at these chaps here with this artillery here. So we're at a range of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're going to have what? 18? 18 to 6. That's going to be a 3-to-1 shot. 3-to-1. Ah, another terrible roll. Yeah, okay. Well, I'm just not doing too well today here, am I? All right.
Wow.
And then,
It's like the role of Matt is going to be played by Eric today.
yeah, exactly. All right, and then we'll take a shot at this cavalry with these horse guns. So that's a range of 5. So it's 5 to 6 with a +2, and that's not enough to get a hit. Okay. All right, that was my excitement. I don't think I've got anyone who's disordered or routed. So, yeah, that's about it. It's over to you.
You have a tired here, so that comes off in on your 16th Chasseur Cheval.
Oh, yeah, let's see here. So, fatigued.
It comes off on the green. It comes off on my turn.
Yeah, no. So,
Oh,
what it should be. Did you charge me or what's the color scheme here? They should have like a blue. Oh, you're right. Yes, because the blue is for the French and the green is for the Russians or the Allies.
Right.
So
So
it'll come
I'm
off.
anticipating. Yeah.
Yeah, it'll come off during your at the end of your turn, uh, provided nothing else exciting happens. So
Right. What else could happen?
yes. Okay, so it's over to you. So
Okay, so
first,
I have
all,
no
do you have any
reinforcements.
cavalry charges?
Do I have any cavalry charges? I think I might, but I'm
Okay.
not sure. So let me just let me think about this real careful. Really carefully, not real careful. All right. I do have cavalry charges, so here's what I want to
Okay.
do. This guy and this guy, I want to charge here.
Okay. So you're going to go ahead and
Just mark them.
yeah, and I don't know if they should hopefully have a charge marker that you can put on them.
Ta-da! And this one.
Okay. All right. So you can start to move them along. They
Yeah, I
always
move the
have to
charge guys
go.
first.
So just like, so I would say you either move the counter and leave the unit there until the charge is complete, or vice versa.
I actually want to hit this Chasseur Cheval here.
Oh,
So I
okay.
want
So,
this guy
so
to hit here.
okay, that's fine. So, if you know that's the case, then the the one that you move forward first, you just move the counter up and then put the charge, sort of lay it on top of the two. So they straddle the hex. So that way we know. Yeah. Okay, cool. That's done. And then the other one can move forward.
1, 2, 3.
Okay. So then go ahead and move the unit up.
Oh, and I do have a cavalry DRM. Oh, this is going to be exciting.
Okay. All right. So
I've got more cavalry stuff to do, though.
I'm sure. Do you have any other charges, or are those the only two?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
I'm gonna move this guy
Where are you at?
down at the bottom under Kulm,
Oh, okay.
south of.
All right.
And then this guy, I'm going to just check in. And in fact, I have another cavalry DRM. This is wonderful. It's so exciting. I'm going to charge here.
Okay.
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 I don't have any more cavalry charges.
Okay. Good. So now it's time for you to go to your regular movement.
Very good. Thank you. One.
Where are you at? So I have some
I
idea.
am
Oh, okay. You're up there. Okay,
so
cool.
one. And then I want to move down the hill. Is that a 2 for the slope going down?
Let
No,
me
it's just
check here real
because it's one.
quick. So slope up or down, +3 for cavalry.
Plus 3. Okay, so that's 4. 5. That's 5.
Mm-hmm.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Okay.
And then there's 1, 2, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Okay.
Artillery downhill, is that the same?
No, artillery going up or down the slope is +4.
Ooh. So then 5 and 6, and I'm unlimbering.
Okay, that's exciting. So, yeah,
So I point that to,
you point that to our hex side. Yep.
there we go.
Mm-hmm.
And my stacking for cavalry is,
I think it's the same as infantry. It's 18 increments for cavalry. Same as infantry,
all right.
18 increments.
That's interesting. I wouldn't have expected that. Can my fatigue cavalry move, or do they have to sit there until the fatigue comes off?
No, they can move, but if they move their full movement rate, or more than half their movement rate, they won't have any level of exhaustion removed. So, say you only move them 7 movement points, and they don't do any combat this turn, then they will be. Oh, I should have shot at them last turn with these guys here. These guys here could have fired there. Can I do that here before you move those chaps?
Well, they weren't there. I just moved them. They
Oh,
were here.
oh, they were okay. Then that's probably
Yep.
why then I didn't shoot at them. I'm like,
I was
wait a
moving
minute.
while you were talking.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Okay. It's 1, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, so that's the regular movement there. Then let's get these guys. So I want to get these guys out of road movement.
Okay, the guys that are in the back there.
Here and here and here.
Okay,
So
so
getting out of road movement is 2 points.
so for cavalry to change formation, it costs 3 points.
Points. Okay, so 3.
And unlike, say, regs or whatnot, where you're paying then for the consolidation of the hexes or whatnot, that you don't worry about that here. You just pay your 3 points and you're back to one thing.
So I'm going to move my cavalry up to the hill there. That was 7 points. So getting up there is 7, and then the getting out takes me to 10, and I have more than that, so I'm good on
No,
that.
no, no, no. I mean, it's you have more than that. You're on the road, right? So going up the
Right.
slope doesn't cost you anything when you're in road mode.
Oh, okay,
So it's
great. So
1, 2, 3, 3.5, and then you pay 3 points. So now you're at 6.5, and you're there.
okay, 7.5, 8.5, and I'm going to rotate. Oops.
Okay.
There we go. All right. So this guy's going 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, I'm going to go here, so I got the range on that.
5, yeah, and then 3 more makes it 8.
I'll not pop it over there, and then I'm going to get rid of that. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Plus 3 is 9, 10.
Oh,
Were you fencing in your sleep? You sound tired.
no, I was had practice and stuff like that last night, so
Oh yeah, that'll do it. Okay.
occasionally. So are those guys in line or in column?
Those guys should be in line. They're only 8. Well, this one's going to have to split across 2, isn't it?
No, no, no. You can have them all. You can spread them out if you want to, or you can have them in a
Just spread them
single
out. So that makes
hex.
them a smaller artillery target, right?
And yes, yes. If they have 6 or fewer increments, then their fire defense is 6. Uh, uh, excuse me, their fire defense would be 9. If they have 7 or more increments, then their fire defense is the same as column.
Okay, well, I think that's a better choice there.
Yeah,
Your
yeah,
artillery isn't close, but it's close enough.
yeah. Potentially problematic.
Okay, so I'm going to prolong. I'm going to prolong. I'm going to prolong. I'm going to move. I'm going to move this guy across the stream. Move up 2, up 1. I'll leave him there. It's going to move. Going to prolong there. And to move that up there. Wait, that actually wanted to turn, I think. Here we go. He's going to continue his move on to here.
Where are you at?
I'm in the same place. I just moved my
Oh, okay.
leader up. And then artillery across a river, a stream, that's like plus 40.
Across the stream, it's +4.
Okay, so I can't get there this turn.
Correct.
But that's not too bad. At least I got it limbered. That was like the bane of my existence for the longest time.
A not uncommon situation for folks.
Okay, so this is what I want to do. So shall we start
Yep, so
figuring
we
out
do
charges?
shooting first.
Shooting first, okay.
Yep. So you've got probably starting over here with your artillery. You've got some stuff to do. So pick where on the line you want to begin.
Right, so I'm going to fire here.
So flash where you're at. Okay, those guys there. Okay.
Now, what's the defense of unlimbered artillery? It's really, really, really good, right?
The defense of unlimbered artillery usually is like 8. So fire defense, yeah, in the clear it's 8. But you have to get 2 hits on it to do a single hit.
Yeah, well, we have to figure that one out.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to fire
So
there anyway.
1,
I'm going to
2,
fire
3,
there
4,
anyway. So
5. So you it's a 2.5 to 1 shot. So if you roll a 63 or higher, it will be a hit. A 45. Close but no cigar.
okay. Then this guy, I'm going to fire there.
Okay. So they are in the village. They have a fire defense of 10. So you've got a 1-to-1 shot on those chaps. And
Nothing.
nothing. Nope.
Okay. And then I'm going to fire my skirmishers.
So how many increments of skirmishers do you have?
A whopping 4, I think. But I got to flip it to find out.
Correct. Nope, you've only got
Oh, a whopping
2
2.
increments, right? So, those guys are, what's their fire multiplier? Russian Jaegers are times 4, so you've got a factor of 8, but then you're halved because you are firing at a range of 2 hexes. So it's 4 to 10, say shooting at this unit here. So that's going to be a 1 to 3 shot.
I'm actually shooting at this unit here, but it should be the same, right?
Well, no, you already fired on those guys from the
Okay,
guns.
got it. Yep.
So you can either do one or the other, but you can't do both. So what you might want to do next time is you could add this plus the 4 points from that one. You would
Sure.
then have
Not a big
18. It would have been a 1 to 1.5 shot. So here it's a 1 to 3 shot, unless you want to combine these guns
I do.
with that, right?
Yeah, that's what I want to do specifically. You're right. Thank you for making me look.
Okay.
Okay, so now I'm 4 hexes, so I'm at my artillery is 22 plus 6, right? So that's 28 plus
another 4. That's going to be 32. So you'll have 3 to 1 odds on that hex. So at 3 to 1 odds, you should get a hit anything above a 21. Oh, no, you did not get a hit.
Kidding me? Are you kidding me? Okay, no, that's it then. That's it for all of the fire. Yes, I'm right. That's all fire.
Yeah, and I had no defensive fire because nothing was adjacent.
There is one down here. We didn't fire this guy, did we?
No, you have not fired him. Yeah. So he'd be firing, right, and he would fire at the skirmishers in front of him. So it's 9 to 12. So it's going to be 1 to 1.5. And
see, these are my rolls. This is my people.
Yeah.
1 4.
Yeah.
2 3. 1 1. 1 4.
Yeah, I think it's because you edit the vassal module. That's why it's gotten spoiled like that.
Well, it looks for my name, and anytime it finds it, it automatically rolls 6s. But apparently it's broken.
Yeah. Yeah. You gotta go back through there. That would be particularly annoying. That would be particularly annoying to have something like that.
I'm trying to think how I could do it, and I'm not sure that I can.
Yeah, you got to have something where you like press a control button, and then you roll the dice, and it rolls a 60, 64, 65, or 66 for you.
And I think what I could do is I could check for the player name, and if it were my player name, then I could have it check the die results, and if the die results aren't acceptable, it would just keep rolling the die until they are. That'd be pretty fun, because you go, here, I'm firing it, so it's 1 4, 2 3, 2 2, 6 6. How about that, all at once?
There you go. There you go.
Gotta think like an engineer. Okay, so I'm going to start up at the top here.
Okay, cool. So my movement value is the same as yours. So I'm basically stuck there, and I got to fight. You're gonna, without even looking at it, it's gonna be 5 to 1 odds because I am tired. Since so my melee value is going to be halved. So I've got a melee value of 8, and you're going to have a melee value of 36. So my melee value of 4. So 4 to 36. I mean, you're at 9 to 1 odds there.
Hold on. Just going to check that.
So
Yep, actually, it's not. You're lower than that because you've got a loss. That's why I need to put the loss here on the back too, so that when you roll over it, it should say 1 of 4 lost, not just increments lost 1.
oh, so on the back of the thing, it's not updating the losses
It updates the loss in the
on the
in the
rollover.
really value. Yeah. So the roller value tells me it's 6, and you told me 8. So I just researched that, and it's because you have 1 hit. It's gone down by 2 points.
Okay. Yeah.
So
So
you lost
I
1
I
hit.
didn't bother to do the rollover because it takes 2 friggin' seconds for it to pop up. So I
Yeah,
just
that's
flip
time
it
you're
over
never going to get
instead.
back in your life, right?
Exactly. So it's still the same.
Okay.
It's a 5 to 1
Yeah,
odds.
so
Yeah.
okay.
So go ahead and roll. 66. Well, they surrender.
Finally,
So that takes
finally.
care of them. All right. So you would advance into that hex. And let's see. Let me find a spot where I can park that guy.
Let's just put him up at the top. What do you think? Is that okay?
Oh, I already moved him.
All
Where
right.
did you put him?
Up at the top. Sorry.
Up at the top of what?
The top of the map, right by the end of the river there, just north of where he was dead, where he was captured.
No, 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 no. You put him on the. What do we have? We don't have a. We don't have a place to put. There's not like a morale level chart here for this one.
You could
So
put him
I
on the
normally put them on the
time.
time track.
Yeah,
I
okay,
j-
let's do that.
yeah, so I just put them on the time track. That's easier to deal with.
Fair enough.
Okay, all right. And so your guy is going to be exhausted. So we put that marker on him. And that's that.
And I got rid of the charge marker. That's okay.
Yeah. We don't need that. So we have instead, I mean, if we have, I mean, the only, we know that this guy didn't go anywhere at all. So we can take the fatigue marker off of him now.
Okay.
But normally you
I
do
would
that at
normally
the
wait
end,
till the end.
right? So normally we'd still have the charge marker maybe on top of this guy. I mean, but if we knew, hey, that's the only guy who charged this turn, then we'd remember it. But since we've got a lot of different people dancing around, it's a different story.
All right, so I'm going to do the next charge here, and I am, let's see,
So you've got a
33.
movement of 14. I have a movement of 15. So I can retreat before combat, which is what I will do because I don't want to get obliterated. So
Come on.
I will. Really? You're going to begrudge me wanting to have some force surviving? Shocking.
No, I mean, if you're a coward, you're a coward. It's okay.
Hey, I am. We're French. What are you expecting? So
Let me
we
get you a
will.
white feather.
Yep.
Oh, you're French, of course. It's the national character. Never mind.
Yeah, exactly.
Sorry, I said that, audience. I apologize.
So we'll retreat. So you would advance into the hex that I left, and then you'll be marked as fatigued.
That's not the one I want. Okay. You want to delete this, and you want to right click on this and give me a tired. It doesn't give me a tired. What if I flip that? It doesn't do that. I got to go get a marker.
Is it
That
still giving
stinks.
you weird stuff instead? It's giving you the charge marker instead, right?
Yeah, so it's
I
getting
think that was the
retraction.
same error we had the last time we played it.
Yeah, like I say, I didn't fix the things that I didn't cause, but maybe I can come back and do that too. So,
Yeah.
okay. All right, that's fine. Okay, and then down at the bottom.
Down at the bottom. So you can expect the same thing to happen. Which attack do you want to do first?
Let's take this one.
Okay. So that one, let's go ahead and I'll just go back here to like this. And you would advance into that hex and then be marked as tired.
Okay, and then we'll do the next one.
So he's not exhausted. He is only fatigued. There we
Which
go.
one?
Yeah, yeah. Although white keeps wanting to flip the whole stack, I don't know.
Because it's all selected. I need to make sure that just that counter is selected.
Yeah.
Okay, so those guys up here on the top, those were also fatigued or exhausted.
So the ones that did the combat, they charged and they did melee. So they are
Okay,
exhausted. The ones who only charged but didn't do melee because I withdrew are merely fatigued.
very good. Okay.
Yeah. So usually what happens is if you do melee, then you are going to be um, uh, exhausted. And so if you think about it, each level of tiredness, if you charge, that's going to make you tired. If you charge, if you melee, that's also going to make you tired.
Tired and
And
tired,
so tired
basically.
and tired becomes exhausted. Yeah.
Yep, got it. Makes sense. And so your guy here.
Oh, yeah. He's going to do the same thing where he's going to dance back. So 1, 1, 2. He'll go back here like that. And you'd advance into the hex he was in. And then be marked as fatigued.
Got it. All right. Okay, sir, I think that's it.
Okay, good. I'm going to take the move marker off everything. So, okay, so that should complete that exciting turn. And we can then advance the clock to the 140 turn. And we can do another turn. We've got some time, right?
I think we do. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, cool. So for me, the first thing is like, do I have any charges I want to do? And the answer is no. No, I do not have any charges I want to do. So then it's a matter of doing movement. And we're going to go ahead and poke around here a little bit. So we're going to have these guys, they're going to prolong, but they're going to come out of square. So we'll take the square markers off of them. All right, and we need to get them facing a direction we want them to face. There we go. That'll work. All right, and let's see, this guy will prolong also. Oh, and these guys here that were exhausted, they should be updated to be fatigued because they moved less than half their movement.
Dang it. Just what we were talking about.
Yeah.
That's right.
So we're going to prolong those guys here. And
This guy also did that. That was less than half.
yeah. As long as they moved less than half, they're okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right, those chaps are there. And let me see. Doot, doot, doo. It's always exciting checking stuff here.
We caught a hawk this week.
Oh, really?
Yep. It's been eating our chickens.
Oh, my
And
goodness.
it got into the barn.
Oh, my.
And yeah, and so my wife went in there to feed animals, and there was this hawk, flying around and actually hitting itself on stuff. So she had a little net in there, and she caught it, and he had done himself a little bit of damage. So we went and took him down to the local raptor rescue people,
Right.
and my wife is from New Zealand, and she is very pro farm animal and chickens. So they took the bird and they said, "Oh, he's beautiful. He's a Cooper's hawk. He was a gorgeous bird, and he had
Right.
just a little bit of damage on his head, little
Right.
scratches. So well, they took him down and said, "Okay, now we need to know where you live so we can release him back there." And my wife's like going, "No," and
We
she
don't
goes,
want
"Well,
him back there. Yeah, exactly.
well, if you don't tell me, we'll have to euthanize him." And my wife, again being no nonsense, says, "Fine, your bird now." And they were like, they got all upset and they, well, just give us a clue. And so then she gave the name of a community 30 miles downstream. So hawk's going to be back. It's going to be eating. It's just not going to be eating off of our farm.
Right, eating somebody else's stuff instead. So
But it was
4,
really cool
5,
because she keeps
6.
finding new chicks and bringing them in. And so she comes in the house and she turns on the light and she goes, "Look what I found." And it's like, ooh, wow. Never seen a hawk that close.
That is cool.
It was kind of
The
neat.
question is, how did you catch it? What was the? It got caught in a net or something, or
Yeah, like imagine a pool net or a butterfly net, that kind of a thing. So
okay,
it was flopping around in the barn and it was obstructed, so it couldn't fly really well. So she just grabbed it with a net. And
right?
then after that, she just picked it up with her hands and it was really calm and docile at that point. I
Huh?
don't think it's usually used to being handled. And my wife is a bird whisperer, so
Okay. Well, that would explain why she had some success with it.
yeah, she did okay.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to find the most exciting part of my week to recount.
There we go. That would do it. All right.
They do real well because we even have voles here. Have you ever seen a vole? They're the smallest thing you've ever seen. And when they come out, like middle of the night, the whole
Right.
ground is crawling with them. And there's like hundreds, if not thousands, running around.
I have my brother lives up there in Portland, and so
Oh, right.
he's familiar with voles. He gets them in his garden and stuff like that. His dog, he's got a little mini pincer that normally likes to chase after them.
Yep. They're just cute as buttons. And apparently they eat the little worms and things in the ground, not the plants, but they dig tunnels and that's not fun.
Probably not, or potentially not. All right, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. and 7. Oh, he comes at. So there he goes. Come on, work with me. There we go. All right. Where do we need to go? Everywhere, all at once. 1, 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We'll put him here. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We'll put him here. And 4, 5, 6, 7. We'll get him here. And same guy, same thing over here with this chap. All right. Yeah, I'm not sure how the French are supposed to win this game. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm not sure how they're supposed to win or even have the slightest chance of success.
You can take win, place, or show at this point.
I mean, the smartest thing for them to do is to run away. Run away and not come back again.
Only when faced with European swallows.
Hey, we got somebody here in the room with us.
It's Matt, MJP.
Hey, MJ,
Hey.
how are you?
Nothing. Saw you guys in here. What are you playing?
We are playing
This
the
is-
Battle of Kulm.
And Bataille?
Yeah. It's a magazine game that came out, about 2 months or so ago. It's a small battle. It actually takes place, a day or two
I know the
after.
battle.
Yeah.
The reason I popped in here, I don't want to interrupt you guys, but one real quick question for Eric.
Sure.
So I saw on one of your videos last night, as I was laying in bed, just kind of poking around at shit, that there's an aspirin S-ling La Bataille, but I've never seen or been able to find an aspirin S-ling La Bataille.
Yes. So the
Enterprises.
module for that, it's so Marshall Enterprises is the publisher for that, and they rarely do or allow their games to get turned into a vassal module, or if they do, it'll just be one small section of it that they'll have. So what happened was there was a friend of mine, Tom Whitfield, who knew the guys at Marshall and everything else, and so he was talking with them about trying to this was during the pandemic, like, well, let's have some more modules so we can do some virtual types of conferences or things like that. And they gave him the artwork for the game so he could put together the module, but he wasn't allowed to distribute that. And so the one that we were play testing it with the thinking that, okay, Marshall would, make it available, or they do something, some way, shape, or form. But they never did. And so I have it. It's not complete. It would be the sort of thing I could give to, Matt or Mitch or somebody else, and they could get it finished up. But I talked to Marshall about it because I see one of the guys from it almost every week, and I said, "Hey, you want to do this thing?" And I said, we can get it done, we can distribute it, such and such. And so I haven't heard back from them, because you're not the first person who's asked me, hey, where's that module? Where can I find it? And so I don't have permission to make it available to the general
That's
universe.
fine.
Yeah.
So it was a playtest version that Marshall just never going to release.
Well, they may at some point in time, but they haven't done anything with it yet. So,
Well, you know, maybe Matt can answer this question, but isn't there a way to like treat a vassal module like any other PC game where you need a license and a key?
No, there's not. This built in. It's all shareware. The way that people do it that have commercial modules is that they don't post them on the Vassal library. They post them on their own page, and then they sell them, and then they just rely on people not to trade them and make them public. But they can keep it. They can send a letter to the Vassal group, the Vassal org, and they can ask them to make sure that it doesn't get up online. So, for instance, if I were to take a half-finished aspirin Essling and finish it and then put it up there, it would probably go through, but then Marshall would notice it and they'd send a cease and desist kind of a letter and get it taken down. But Dan Versen games, they make they make some really cool games, some card games, some air card games. You can buy most of their games, but you have to buy it through their store. But there's
Marshall do that.
Well, so that's one of the things I talked with him about. So they've just recently started doing stuff where they've got some print and play games that are expansions of their Eggmole game that came out last year that they're now selling on their website. And so I said, hey, you could, I mean, if you're doing that with the with these little print and play games, you could do the same thing with a Vassal module, where somebody for 25, 30 bucks, whatever, they could buy the Vassal module, and then they would download the module, and then they could play the game, kind of a thing.
Are we talking about a game that is completely out of print?
It is out of print. So Marshall only prints 400 games.
Okay.
Yeah, so
maybe Clash of Arms should make an aspirin Essling and just ring Marshall's death knell.
So there's things there's a possibility of that happening where it'll get republished. It's by another company at some point in the future. There's no saying what may or may not happen.
Okay.
Beyond telling you how Vassal works in terms of licensing and stuff like that, I'm kind of not comfortable talking about companies' forward-looking plans. I'd love to have Marshall let us do stuff, but it's up to them. It's their IP.
No,
exactly.
I mean that's fine. I just don't understand the logic because for me, I'm never going to buy a game if there's no Vassal mod.
Yeah, and that's the case with a lot of people, and that's one of the reasons why Clash of Arms has basically, usually within about a year of them having their game published, they'll have a Vassal module out there. But a lot of it is
how people play games these days, especially games like Bataille.
Yeah.
Matt, we could take this offline and I could tell you stories that would raise your hair, and I agree with you 100%. And I work with a lot of publishers that do not want to distribute their stuff for some unknown reason, but that's their call. But I can talk to you about it.
No, I mean the obvious reason of why you don't want to distribute the stuff, right? Is because it's a big honor system, and most people can get the rules and play the games without ever buying the games.
Yeah, and that's part of their concern too. So, and the other thing is that they, with the games that they sold, because they are kind of rare, if people want to buy a copy for themselves, then they will need to,
pony up some big cash.
Pony up some big cash on the secondary market. And so people that had purchased, those games, they have a certain ability for resellability.
Yeah, but that just encourages people to buy 8 copies at release. And
I don't know about that, but so that's up. So I've got all my movement done. I'm ready to start shooting at you.
Yeah, I'll let you guys go. I just wanted to know about that aspirin.
Yeah,
if you stick around, I'm almost done here. I'll chat with you because I got lots of things to say.
Okay, well, I'll just shoot me a message if I'm here now. I'm home for like the next 45 minutes before I have to go to an IEP meeting for my daughter.
How exciting! All right, MJ, good to chat with you.
All right, take care, guys.
All right, bye. All right, I've got artillery and I got infantry. So let's start up here at the top. So I've got this infantry is going to fire on you here. So I've got a fire of 8 to your 6. So it's a 1-to-1. And I think I'm going to get a +2 for the size of your unit. So let's
Thank
chuck
you.
the dice and see what we get. That's not enough to do anything. I think you've broken the vassal module when it comes to the die roll. All right, then here I've got 9 to your 6. So that's a 1.5-to-1 with a +2 probably for the size of that unit. If I could ever see it. Yep. Here we go. Oh, that's a hit and a leader
Oh,
casualty.
okay. So do I roll for the leader casualty,
Yeah,
or
so
is he
just
just
roll a single die for the leader. A 3. So he is going to be out with a wound, and let's see how long. 3. So roll 2 dice. That's how many hours he's out. So he's going to be out for 9 hours.
That's the whole game.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, he'd show up the next day. So before you remove him, let's go ahead and flip him over. And he has a morale of 3. So what you need to do is you're going to make a morale check for that unit with a -3 of 44. So that should be good enough for them to pass in all likelihood. And then you need to, oh my God, they got a morale of 12. They need
Yeah,
to
they're
have,
pretty good.
yeah. You need to roll really badly for them to bug out. So then just update them with a hit. And I'll take this guy and I'll put him on the turn track.
Here we go. I'm still excited by not having hit counters. That extra counters, that bugs the crap out of me.
Okay, now because you took a hit here, these guys will not be recovering from their tiredness during your next turn. They actually, things have got pushed back. So I've put a little blue marker underneath them. So during your next phase, they will
Stay as is.
be, yeah, you'll take that off, but then they'll have to survive through the French one before they are clear of stuff.
Sounds good.
Yeah, so that's the kind of thing with the tired process. Let's see if there's anything else with tired. Sequence, charge. Did they talk about tiredness? Readiness. Okay. Section 5. So I was just curious if their tired rules are different here. I've already found some differences between this and the regular Premier rules. Okay. Yeah, I'll have to read through it at another time and see. It's a little too deep for me.
Okay.
So it may or may not be the case. It depends on how detailed Limbit wanted life to be. So, all right. So what we will do, though, we'll continue to shoot at you. We've got these guys here, this artillery. And it can fire. What's a good target? 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll fire here at these guys, see if we can't kill some more guys. So we're going to have an 18 to, oh, those guys are in line. That's not nearly as much fun. We'll fire here so we get that 3-to-1 shot. So here we go, 3-to-1, 36 at 3-to-1. That should be good enough for a single hit. Yep, it is.
Okay, now he gets exhausted, or he gets
No. So now what we have to do is figure out. I knew there was something for when they get hit when
odds.
you're making
It's
morale
Russians,
checks.
evens. It's French. So I need to take a morale check. This is my first.
Well, no,
First
no,
one.
no. That's his second one lost, right? If I'm looking at the
Oh, you're right.
rollover, it
Yes.
says, yeah.
Yep.
So next time he gets hit, then you'll have to make a check for him. All right, now up on the plateau, we're going to have these two guns here. Let's see what's a good target. They'll fire here on this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's medium range for both. So that's going to be 14 to 6. That's going to be a 1.5 to, that's a 2 to 1 shot with a +1
Yeah.
for the leader, and then another +3 for the size of the unit. So +4 together, all together. 43 +4. That's good enough for a single hit.
Okay,
And
now
then you'll
he
need to
needs
make a
take
morale check, yeah.
And my morale is 16.
Yeah, and then you've got whatever the modifier for your leader. So 62, they're fine. All right, and then this one here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So these guys are going to fire here. So that's going to be a 7 to 6. So that's going to be a 1 to 1. No pluses, no minuses. And that's a miss. All right. Here, I've got these two guys are going to fire here. So that's going to be 8, and 8 is 16. 16 to 6 is going to be 2.5 to 1. And the size of your unit is 11, so it's a +2. So 2.5 to 1 with a +2. 55, that's going to become 62. At 2.5 to 1, I got to find the right chart. That's not enough for 2 hits. I needed a 63, so close but no cigar. So single hit, make a morale check.
And my morale is 26. No great shakes.
Oh,
And
it's
it's
a 23. So they are going to rout.
They route the full movement or the
They
7?
route back 10. Oh no, it's cavalry go their full movement. Oh, hang on, something dreadful happened.
That's 5 right there.
Yeah.
6, 7.
Well,
And
they're
I
not
count
going
the
to go over the
terrain.
top of the. Yeah, you're counting terrain.
8, 12, no, 13, 14.
Right, and then just put a route marker on him. There we go.
And I need to clean up my space. So you already did. Okay, never mind.
Yeah. So what'll happen is when he recovers from being routed, then you'll put an exhausted marker on him.
Okay.
That's how that works. Okay. Then these chaps are going to fire here. So I've got, let's see how many increments. Oh, they should only be in a single hex. Okay. So they've got 3 times 3 is 9 halved. And then how many do you have there? You've got 6. So I'm going to have a 1 to 2 shot on those guys.
Ooh.
So 1 to 2. Nope, that's a miss. All right, then over here, I've got 4 increments here firing there. Plus these guns can fire there as well. So the guns would be worth 9, and then I'll have another 6 points. So I'll have 15 to 6, 2.5 to 1.
Wait. Aren't your guys firing at range 2 and aren't they in a line? So I mean, shouldn't that be
So they're in
half,
skirmish, right? I've got 4 increments there.
right?
They're times 3. So 4 times 3 would be 12, but they're halved because they're just 2 hexes
And it's
away.
coincidentally 6, the number on the back. Right, got it. Okay, good.
Yeah. So yeah, the number on the back is their, if they were in column or general order or whatever. So yes, so that's 6, and then
9, so
9,
15.
so 15. So 2.5 to 1 shot there. 66. That's going to be 2 hits.
And I have to take 1 morale check.
Yep.
And my morale is modified by
your leader. Oh, is there a leader there? Oh, we have to roll for the leader. Go ahead and roll the die and see what happens to him. A 5. So he is going to be wounded. Roll 1 turn, 1 die. That's how many turns he's out. 5. So we'll take him off the map. All right, let's flip him over. And so make your morale check with a -2 for the leader. A 32, that's going to be modified down to a 26. What's your morale?
Got to get there. Oops, wrong direction. Hold on. Oh, my
Your
morale's
morale
good.
is 26. So they are going to rout.
You're going to route. Okay.
Yep. All right, and I'm going to put this guy for 5 turns ahead. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's going to be the 320 turn. All right.
Gotta count this again. 6.
Hey, we've got the Cardboard Commander saying, good morning. Good morning, Cardboard Commander. And welcome to the adventures.
I'm having a real time working on this because the screen keeps flipping.
Where are you at?
Can you? Well, I don't know anymore. I'm over here. I should be here at 7, I think.
Right. So
Nope.
he was here, right? So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I would just have him go south of the plateau, right? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
I got to
7,
turn
8,
this off
9,
because
10,
I
11, 12.
can't deal with
Yeah. So he
centering
just.
on opponent's rows. So every time you click, it's flipping my units.
Oh yeah. No,
You,
I never have that on. That's I'd go
yeah, well, you're a
crazy.
pro. That's why you play games with you, so you learn this stuff.
Yeah, so I just have this guy come back over here under, by that bridge. Yeah, this area here. That's 12 away.
Perfect. Thank you.
Yeah. And put a little route marker on him, and then we can ditch that.
Good. Here he goes.
Okay. And then now I've got this gun can fire on that chap there. And so that's going to be also, it's going to be a 1.5 to 1 shot there. No pluses, no minuses. And that's more like it. And that's a miss. Okay. And that takes care of all my firing from top to bottom, left and right. So now, do I want to attack your guys that are exhausted? They're going to be thirded. Thirded.
About a third of the big number is still a big number.
Yeah. So, I mean, they're probably going to be at least 11 or 12. And I am, not that much better. It'd be like a 1 to 1. A 1-to-1. Do I feel lucky? Not terribly. Yeah, what the heck? We'll do it. So because you're exhausted, you can't run away from me. So go ahead and let's see what your value is.
27.
27, and then you're thirded. So that's going to take you down to 9.
9.
Right? And I'm 18. So I'm at 2-to-1 on the old combat chart. Oh, that's a little bit better. I can live with that. Let's go ahead and check the dice, see what we get. 15. A 15, a 2-to-1 is a blank. So, do they have anything here for a blank? They do. Attackers, infantry, and defenders unit must retreat 1 hex, suffering no casualties, no morale checks required. Attacking cavalry bounce. Well, you're not the attacking cavalry. So you move back a hex, I move back a hex. And now, let me go find. So now we need to put a French exhausted marker underneath yours because you did combat this turn. There we go. All right. Well, at least that'll keep that guy from doing anything too problematic for a little while. So, all right. I don't think I've got anybody who is routed or unhappy currently. So that's it for me. So we can go over to your turn.
All right. So let's pull out. What time do we have here?
So we're at 7:30.
Right.
So I don't know if you can try to get as much of it done, as long as you're not doing anything too terribly exciting.
I'm not doing anything exciting.
Okay. Do you have any cavalry charges?
I do.
Okay. Where are you going to start?
Up here.
Okay.
And I'm going to charge the guns.
You are? Okay. So you're just
Because I'm
basically
young
going
and stupid.
across? Sure. So stop for a second here. So
Let's
you
stop
were
there.
right there. So which way were you facing? Were you in column or were you in?
Wait, hold on. Let me do it if I can figure it out.
Okay, so you're in line. Okay, that's fine. So you'd stay in line, right? And so you'd basically just go right there, right? And then you could turn one. So going across the stream, I think it was costing something like 5. So it cost you 6 points to get there, right? And then with this particular one, every time you move, you can turn one. You can turn 60 degrees. So this guy could turn and face that vertex if he wanted to. Or he could just keep going. Well, he'd need to turn that way anyway if he's going to attack the guns. There we go. Okay, good. So now you move there. This guy's going to try to intercept you, right?
Okay.
Actually, I'll move 1 hex further. Good. Okay, so now this guy's going to try to intercept you. So let me go ahead and roll for him. Oh, he did not do it. In all likelihood, I don't think he's a 12. No, he's a 16. Right, so then this guy's going to try to intercept you. And that should probably work. Let's see. Yeah, he's going to do it. Okay, so we move up, right? And there is the combat. All right. On to your movement, or did you have more charges that you haven't declared yet?
No, I don't have any more combat. No more charges.
Okay, so now you can go straight to movement. So tell me where you're at so I can follow
Oh,
along.
right. I'm south of Kulm.
Okay. The guy that's fatigued, you're moving him out of the way.
Moving him back. Yep.
Okay, that's a smart thing to do.
And he's not changing formation. He moved less than half of his movement.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna move this guy back 1, and this guy back 1, and this guy back 1. Okay, this
Okay.
guy's gonna move back 1, 2, 3. This guy's gonna move more than that. It's gonna move there. And that guy's gonna go there.
Okay.
This guy is gonna prolong there.
Okay.
So that's going to be 5 and 6. I'm now up at the top of the screen above Straden. I just moved
Okay.
my artillery, my unlimberable artillery.
Push them across the creek there.
Push them across.
Mm-hmm. Okay, when you move there, I'm going to try to opportunity charge you with these guys. So stop
You already
right
rolled
there.
an opportunity charge once and you failed. Do you get to do it again?
So opportunity. So that was a reaction charge. This is an
Okay.
opportunity charge. So there's a subtle difference, and we passed. So we move forward here, and let's see here. So now what you need to do is, whoops, I don't know why I did that. That was interesting. So now what happens is those guys are probably pretty much dead, or at least very unhappy, because they don't have anywhere to retreat to. They can't form square. So let's
Why
take
can't
a
they
look.
just go there?
They can't retreat before the. So normally skirmishers that are charged retreat to a unit, a friendly unit that is not in skirmish order, that's near
Okay.
them, or they would retreat into general order terrain that's there.
Which is not there. Okay.
And so there's nothing there. So they're just kind of caught out in the open. So let's see here if it's got stuff for opportunity. It's probably the same procedure as normal. So let's see if we can find what it has here for skirmishers. Or they route. Okay. All right, so just going to take one increment loss and route away. And then let's see if they've got what he's got here for them.
Is it half or is it the full amount?
It's 10 movement.
Okay.
It's 10 hexes, yeah, for their initial route.
That's one extra, but oh, that's why. Okay. Nope, we want that. We want to get rid of that. We want to add.
All right, we have an interesting question here saying, hey, I wanted to, so this is Adomas, wanted to ask if there's any Labatai games that take place in the Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth territory after it was eaten by the other empires. Well, there's Friedland, right? So I think Friedland takes place in what used to be Polish-Lithuanian territory. There's Eylau. That takes place in what used to be Polish territory. So there's at least two games that take place in former Polish-Lithuanian territory.
I think that technically Eylau was in East Prussia.
Was it actually in Prussia?
I think it was actually East Prussia, yeah. Ostpreußen. But I'm
not
sure.
But they didn't have there wasn't East Prussia back then. It was, I mean, you have Brandenburg, right? And you've got Prussia. I don't know. Those are the only two battles. Those are the only two battles in that general part of the universe that are taking or have anything that's going on.
I think you're right.
Yep.
But no, I'm still trying to figure out what's going on here. So hold on. This is a flip this. All right. So I'm going to take this all back to full strength, and then I'm going to bring it back down. So, okay. I think it's really there.
It's got one increment left. Yeah.
Yep. Good. Okay. And then he needs a morale.
A route marker on him.
Yep. Okay. All right. There he goes. And then you need to take the hex?
No. I just advance forward, and he bugs out. So I basically just move the one hex forward.
Super.
Yeah. It's exciting. So now you can continue on with your movement.
Wait, what was I doing? You got me all discombobulated.
Good. That was my intention.
Nope, don't want to do that. Don't want to do that. Prolong.
What, you don't want to block your line of sight? Come on.
I'd like to, but I'm sure I can find a more important unit to block.
There you go.
So these now these swap into a hex side because they're general orders. Is this
correct?
True?
Yeah.
I'm going to move him over here. All right, now we've got.
We have Achilles saying howdy do. Hello, Achilles. Lots of excitement. No, I'm not under the weather. It's just usually it's, you know, 7:40 here in the morning. I normally am a little foggy in the mornings. So I get better as the day goes by. Another cup of tea and I'll be perfect. So remember, the guys that are in line, they've got 2 movement points less because they started the movement in line.
To get them there.
Yeah. So you might not want to put your Jaegers out there because this is cavalry here, right? So you might want to have your Jaegers back 1 more hex.
Because they can
Otherwise,
go into a unit, right?
yeah.
Exactly.
Otherwise, yeah. So if they're charged, then they could get away. Otherwise, if they stay where they're at, they'd get ground up like the other chaps.
Yeah. Okay. So now I've got to move my routed units.
No.
So
We'll after the turn is over and we've done all the combat, then you roll for recoveries. So the guys that are routed and disordered, well, the disordered guys can move, but routed units will move during the recovery phase. If they don't recover, then they will run away.
Good. Okay. All right. So I think I'm done. Oh, this guy's disordered up here, so he's got. I'm going to move him because he can move less than half. I'll move him there.
Yeah.
Okay. Good.
All right. So we got lots of fire defense here. So we'll start up here at the top. This chap will fire here. So he's going to have 8 to, I don't know, what's your size of your stack there? 8?
10, so you're +1.
Oh, it's 10. Okay, so it's going to be 8 to 6. So it's a 1-to-1 with a +1. 66. Oh, killed another general. Go ahead, roll the die. Yeah, he's dead.
1.
So shot through the head. Let's go ahead and flip him over and see what he's worth. For morale purposes, he's a 2. So you're going to make a morale check with a -2. So they should pass. So just go ahead and
Air guards.
yeah, but just go ahead and take a mark off of them. And we'll go ahead and add another dead general to the mix.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, if there's a general there, it seems to be that they're getting shot. All right, then.
That's usually after they fail the assault.
Yeah, here we've got, we'll fire here. So that's going to be 8 to 6 as well. So that's a 1-to-1 shot. No pluses though. Oh, that's good for a hit on those guys. So they need to make a morale check. 16.
Oh, yeah.
What's their morale?
Like 15. 14. The morale's 14.
Okay, so they passed. That was close, but no cigar. All right, and then here we got the same thing. A 1-to-1 shot. And that's a miss. Oh, managed not to kill every leader on the board, but just most of them.
Thank you.
Yeah, exactly. Well, this is the one that I needed to kill, right? Isn't this?
Right.
Isn't that?
That's Tolstoy.
Tolstoy, yeah. He got wounded at this battle, from what I recall. All right, then I've got these 2 chaps here firing at you, and they are probably 6 and 6, 12. So it's going to be a 1-to-1 shot here. And I don't think there's any pluses, so here we go. Nope, that's a miss. All right, and then here, this guy is, what's he worth? He's worth 6. Oh, you couldn't have moved this guy up here because this is horse cavalry. So it would have cost you, yeah, you could have gotten there, but you wouldn't have had enough points to make it any further than that because it would cost you extra 2 points to go there. So, all right, so then I've got 6 to 6, a 1-to-1, and how big is that stack? What have you got there? You got 10, so it's a 1-to-1 with a +1. Here we go. That's good enough for a hit on the top unit and a morale check. $25. And you got
no, he's a 32.
He's a 32. What's your leader add, though?
2.
2. Oh, yeah, that's not good enough.
Nope.
So, no. So they're going to disorder.
Okay. Okay. So what's next?
So the guys that disorder need to bug out. They move back 3 hexes. There you go. That's looking better. All right. And then do we have anybody else adjacent anywhere? We do not. So that is the conclusion of our defensive fire. So now we're over to offensive fire. So now you get to do some shooting. So where do you want to start?
Let's start down here on the bottom if there is any.
Well, you've got some guns down there that can shoot at somebody.
Here.
Yep.
So I can fire at him, right?
Yep.
That's
so you'd have 5 to 9, 1 to 2. It's a good roll, but not good enough. Okay. Moving right along. You've got your position guns.
Down there on the bottom.
So where do you want to shoot?
I'm going to shoot these guys here.
Mm-hmm.
This one.
Okay. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. So we've got 22 to 8. So I think we said that was 2.5 to 1 odds. So go ahead and check your dice. A 21 is a
21.
miss.
Yep. This guy is going to fire there.
Okay.
He's a 22, so that's going to be a miss.
Right. Well, but you would add this into, right? So those guys were in
3.
column. Oh, there's just 3 increments there?
Yeah, there's just 3.
That's their printed value is 3?
Yep.
Okay. So that's going to make it
4 points?
Yeah, so it's that's still not enough. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So now we've got this chap here and this chap here.
They're both going to fire there.
Yep. So just go ahead and roll and we'll figure it out. 54. So I've got a fire defense of 10. So
I'm under 10.
So
it's 1 to 1.
Okay, so it's less than 1 to 1 is what you're saying.
Yeah, less 1 to 1.
So yeah, so you missed. So okay.
These guys here are going to fire that, and I believe that's 22 plus 6.
Sure. So that's going to be 28 to 9.
And the skirmishers.
Skirmishers can't because these infantry are blocking them.
Okay.
Yeah. So so you've got 2.5 to 1 odds. 26. I don't know if that's a hit or not. Let me check here real quick. At 2.5 to 1, it is a hit, a single hit.
Oh my gosh.
All right, and then what am I doing to, what number do I press? It's control something
It is,
or shift something?
right, hold on. Hold on. Shift 1.
Shift
Sorry,
1?
shift.
Okay,
There you go.
cool. So now we need to
Now,
see
oh,
how
because it's an
many
even
hits
number.
that was. So he started off, he had 8. So now he's got 4. So that was an even loss. So now
Yep.
we go ahead and roll the dice for him. He's half dead now, so there's a -6. He passes with flying colors. Okay.
Flying
What's
colors.
next?
These guys here in
Mhm.
line firing at this one here.
Okay. So the Russians have got those are your guard?
Yeah, those are guards.
Okay. So they are ×4 in line. So you will have 32 to 32 to 9. So that's going to be a 3 to 1 odds. So go ahead, chuck your dice.
Finally.
56 at 3 to 1. That's good enough for possibly 56. Oh, you got 2 hits on him. Okay.
Real good.
All right. So let's go ahead and knock a few off. And then they've got to make a morale check.
You hit a control, you got to hit a shift.
Oh, I'm sorry. Shift.
There you go.
Okay. All right. So now they got to make a morale check. And they're, I don't know what they started with.
They're 31.
No,
Well,
no,
they
no,
started
no,
at
no.
7.
That's 7. Okay, so they're not half dead yet. Okay, so we roll and they pass. Okay. All right. Next.
So this guy and this guy firing there.
Okay. All right, so you've got 16 here, and then what have you got? 2 increments here?
2 increments there.
Okay, so those guys are going to be
One
×3.
increment there. One increment.
One increment, so it's just 3. So you'll have, it's a 3 to 1 shot here. A 34, that's good enough for a single hit. All right. And that's shift 1. Okay, and I think that was their first hit, maybe?
That was their second.
Second hit. Okay, so we roll the dice. So that is the downside of not being like seeing the increment stuff there. A 12.
Yeah, but if you follow the rollover, it tells you how many increments are lost. So if you take the increment, it tells you there were 2 lost. So you don't know the original, but you know it was the second loss.
Yeah, yeah. So they're going to disorder. So 1, 2, 3 puts them back there. I forgot to fire these guns at your cavalry.
Oh,
So
let's
let
take
me
it.
go ahead and do that now. So we're at 1.5 to 1, shifted to 2 to 1 for canister. So let's go ahead and roll for that. That's good enough for a hit on those guys.
32, 1.5 to 1. See it?
No, it's a 2 to 1 because of the canister.
Right. Okay, good. Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think that's all my fire.
Okay, did you make a morale check for these guys that got shot?
Nope.
Oh,
45.
they're happy.
Fine.
Okay, so now we would do melee combat if you have time.
Yeah, I have time. Let's do it.
Okay, so we've got to do this stuff here. So let's start here at the top. So you've got your horses. I got my horses.
So I'm at 16.
Okay, and I am going to be 12.
Now, why are you 12?
So I'm 8, and then I'm in line, and I'm Lancers, and I charged. So my Lance bonus is doubled, so it's 4. 4 plus 8 is 12.
Good, good, good. Okay. So
So it's a 1-to-1, no pluses, no minuses.
34, is that a bounce?
A 34 at 1-to-1 is a bounce indeed. So let's see what it says here. A blank result, attacking cavalry bounce, and must retreat 3 hexes to check their morale. So you're going to move back 3 hexes and...
And my morale passed.
Okay. So, and then you're going to be marked as exhausted, and I am marked as tired. Except this happened during your turn, so I gotta use your marker.
Yep.
And let's clone that. Okay. All right. So that was that excitement. Other melees.
Yeah, you are there. Are there? Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
This is probably stupid. What have you got there? Let me think. Nope, don't want to do that. This one I wanted to do, but then you got my other stack. Couldn't make it, so I can't do that. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to leave them adjacent. All right, and then we go all the way down here. And there's nothing.
Okay.
Okay, no more. So now do we handle routes?
Yeah, so now what you do is, so let's go ahead and, yes, roll for guys that are routed. So you've got, let's start up at the top of the map. You've got this chap here that is routed, the skirmisher that got caught out in the open. So you're going to roll for him. He's got a minus, yeah, he's going to keep routing. So move him his full movement value.
I think his movement is 7, but let's just try it. Yep. Okay.
Okay. And then we go down
Over
and
far, yeah, above Prieston or near Prieston.
above
I've
or
got
below
Ian.
Prieston.
Below Prieston.
So this guy here. Okay, so go ahead and roll for him with a minus 6. 65.
Yeah.
So he's going to recover, but he's going to be marked as exhausted.
Okay.
There we go. All right. Then you've got this other guy over here by the bridge. Oh, you're feeling really ambitious, thinking you're going to get everyone to recover, huh?
I have no idea. I just don't like to go look for him. So.
All right, so 34 minus 6 is going to be 24. They've got a morale of 24, so they are going to keep routing.
Full?
Yeah, their full movement value. So going across the creek is plus 5.
8, 9, 10. There you go.
Okay. All right, then we move along. We've got these guys here that are routed.
61,
61,
yeah.
so they're happy. So you can flip them back, and then you're going to put an exhausted marker onto them. And they're going to be in column. So in this game, cavalry, infantry, doesn't matter who you are, when you recover from being routed, you come back in column.
I need to flip that.
Yep. All right, then you've got this chap down here, south of the thing.
I think he might be the last one.
He's the
So
last
his
routed
morale
guy. So go ahead and roll for him with a -6. 66, so
66. He's good.
he's feeling better too. And you can have him face any way you want. Oh. Okay.
There we go. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. And then these guys move less than half, so you can take the fatigue marker off of them.
Which one is this now?
These ones here, right?
Got to give me some space. I don't know where you're
right
at.
here, near where we were at, down there south of Kulm.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Okay, good.
Okay, and then these guys here also move less than half. So you can take the marker off of them. Okay, good. Now, as far as other people out there, I think you've got a disordered guy somewhere. Oh, yeah. This guy here that's disordered. So you roll for him. The one that's there
There's an
by that
exhausted
little town.
here.
What's
Tartar
that?
all hands. Missed them. We missed the Tartar all hands. They're near number 10.
They just recovered from being routed, so that's why they've got the exhausted marker on them. Yeah.
Pretend I didn't say anything. Okay.
Yeah.
So where was the next one?
So you got this disordered guy that's up here by that little town straight.
Right. So the morale is?
It's going to be 3 less than normal. So he's going to route.
So he gets a route marker.
Yeah, just flip the disorder marker off. And you're going to move him back his movement. Let's see here. We had a couple of questions. And is artillery shots more luck-based, or can you somehow impact them? So all of the firing has a certain amount of luck, right? You've got to roll the dice to see what your result is. If you have a leader that has an artillery bonus, then then they can have an impact on what's going on.
And you can have an impact based on the size of the target.
Yeah. So picking the right target and also concentrating your fire is very helpful. So, all
your biggest
right.
bonus is don't ever be mad.
Is that it? Don't ever be mad.
That's it. Just if you're not mad, you have like an 18% better chance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Then let's see with everybody else up here. So these guys were in combat, so they're not available to do anything. These you can take this one off, but leave the blue one since they got shot. Right? So you can take the green one off. Oh, nope. Don't take everybody off. Although I like that personally. It makes life easier.
It was an honor thing.
Is that it? All right. And then here with this one, right, you can take the green one off. And I can take the green one off of my guy. Okay. All right. And that is going to finish things up for the turn. So we can advance the clock. So now we'd be starting the 2 o'clock turn. Yep. And looking at things, no one's on a level anywhere. You've only got, I think, well, you've got two guys that are routed, but I don't think they're part of the same division or the same corps or formation. So you're safe in that regard. So, yeah. That's about it. We'll hit the save button, and then we'll either do this again or next week we'll poke around with that other game we need to play test.
The other project.
Yep, exactly.
It will be the other project if we can. We've got to move on that. People Eric, save. Wait. Good. Okay. Well, that was a lot of fun.
Okay, very good.
And I sent you an email, so take a look if you can.
Oh, yeah, I'll take a look at that.
I think you'll find it exciting.
Okay, exciting,
Not like a
exciting.
hawk, not like a hawk in the barn, but exciting all the same.
Indeed. All
All
right,
right,
very
sir.
good, sir. I will chat with you later.
Talk to you later.
All right, and those of you watching on the YouTube stuff, thanks, and we will see your happy faces